Right now, we're doing something that we haven't done before, and that's a little product review.
Yeah.
And we're going to do that with Lucas Taylor, who is the owner and founder of BeadBuster. And Lucas joins us now on the SECV hotline here on ESPN 92.3, the Valley Sports Leader. Lucas, thanks for your time today. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Okay, first question, what is BeadBuster?
BeadBuster is a tool for people who want to change their tires themselves at home, especially good for sprint car drivers wanting to change tires on the track, put on different tires, depending on the track conditions. We invented the tool originally for the ATV riders, changing tires on the trail or at home, avoiding having to take it to a dealership or service center. But it turned out lots of different people started using it for lots of different kinds of vehicles, including sprint cars, race cars, motorcycles, off-road trucks, you name it, it works on it.
This is a tool that originally, like you said, was designed for motorcycle tires or ATVs, but you've done some modifications to make it really accessible and usable for the sprint cars, right?
That's right. I mean, it turns out that sprint cars have a particularly high resistance for removing the tire from the rim. And there's two steps to changing a tire. If you want to replace the tires on your rims, two steps. First, you have to break the bead. The bead sits, the inner loop of the tire, it sits against the rim. You have to push that past, it's called the bead seat, and then you take the tire off the wheel with standard tire irons. But breaking the bead is typically the hardest part, and the reason why most people at home can't even try to attempt that job. And that's what our tool accomplishes. It's a bead breaker, and it's a very effective bead breaker. So for sprint cars, more so than any other type of automotive vehicle, the fit of the tire on the wheels is very tight, and therefore gives a lot of challenge to any kind of conventional bead breaker. And so we actually had to strengthen our feet once some customers started using it on sprint cars, and it helped us improve our product overall. But now it's very robust and works great on sprint cars, and like I said, just about every other kind of performance vehicle there is.
Now, Todd and I got a chance to see this tool in person a couple weeks ago, and like he mentioned, you made some modifications to it, and I've seen all kinds of unconventional ways to break a bead on a racing tire, but this tool is really cool, Lucas, and really compact. And how long has it been on the market now?
So we launched just about 3 years ago, and it's been slow. One of those sort of small business entrepreneurship type companies who've just been growing slowly and steadily, going to trade shows and did a little bit of TV marketing and things. But we're a Pennsylvania business, and very closely involved in our customers, getting feedback, wrapping in any kinds of feedback into product changes and improvements.
One thing you mentioned, Steve, about the size of this. Lucas, this will fit in your average toolbox, where some of the other products out there is, shall we say, a little more bulky to work with?
Yeah, that's right. That's a very good point. So the BeadBuster is a highly compact, highly portable tool. There's a standard, like floor-mounted shop tire changers and bead breakers you can get. There's long lever-style bead breakers that really neither of them work very well for particularly stubborn vehicles. But our tool is about 6 inches by 6 inches by 1.5 inches. It's very small. It can fit in the toolbox, fit in the glove box. You can take it with you anywhere, and it doesn't require any kind of adjustment to work on any size wheel. It doesn't matter if it's like a 30-inch off-road swamper tire or a small little go-kart tire. It clamps onto the rim. There's these feet that fit between the space of the lip of the rim and the tire bead, and then there's this part that pushes one of the feet downward, so they separate like a little jaws of life force, and it just pushes that bead right past the bead seat and knocks that tire right off the rim.
Of course, innovation is a major part of any form of motorsports, Lucas. And you mentioned always looking for feedback. What kind of feedback have you gotten from the motorsports world?
Mainly, it was the racers in general. They tend to be a little bit impatient when they're trying to change their tires. They're trying to do it real quick. They don't want to, spend a lot of time trying to fiddle with it. They just want to, put it on and use it and get it done. So they were probably some of our more abusive customers because of their their pace that they were trying to change tires at. And it just challenged, really the weak link, because you have to basically put a thin piece of metal in between the lip of the rim and the tire bead, and it's cantilevered because it's pushing down on a steel cord. And if it's not lined up just right, it can bend. And some of our early sprint car racers were bending their feet. And what we ended up doing is we changed the material to a hardened 4140 chrome moly steel that is far stronger, about 4 times stronger than the normal steel that we're using. We didn't change the cost. We just improved the product so that we fix the weak link and just make it better for everybody.
I know one of the places that the product is available, you have a deal with a name that's well known in the sprint car industry, and that's Valco. But it's also available in other locations too, right?
Yeah, that's right. Valco is our exclusive distributor for the sprint car and motorsports, market. And so if you're happening to want to be buying in bulk and you're dealing in the sprint car market, you're going to want to get in touch with Valco, or you can get in touch with us, and we'll put you in contact with them. But if you're just a guy who wants a bead breaker, you can certainly buy from any of the places that we sell. Our website, BeadBuster.com. We also sell it on Amazon and eBay, so you can just search BeadBuster. Our main product is the XB450, and we also have a really great premium product that's completely made of 4140 hardened chrome moly steel. That's the XB454. Search for BeadBuster on the web, and you'll find us all over.
All right, fantastic. Sounds like a great tool, and it's going to help a lot of sprint car teams, that's for sure, by the sounds of things, Steve. Lucas Taylor with BeadBuster, we appreciate your time here on the Inside Lane.
Thank you very much. It was great talking to you guys.
All right, Lucas Taylor joining us on the SECV hotline on ESPN 92.3, the Valley Sports Leader.